Hey there, it's Mark here from Editor Skis, and today I thought we'd get out of the office and show you exactly what this little thing can do. This is the Insta360 One X. It's a 360 style camera. This is the invisible selfie stick, and we'll show you all of the cool things that this can do. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you about this device. It's a very small, slender little camera, but it can actually film in 5.7K, which is pretty impressive. But actually, some of the things that it can do, which really impress me, are some of the software features. So what I'm going to show you now, we're going to attach our invisible selfie stick, connect it to the iPhone, and then we're going to do a walk through Manchester past some trams and the people walking past. And it's got this new Hyperlapse feature with something called Flowstate, and it really smooths the action down. So let's try that out and show you how that looks. Right, so we're back in the studio ready for the creative part. So we've got some really great footage on the Insta360 from outside, but I know you're thinking, how do I actually edit this footage? Well, luckily, there's a really great app from Insta360. So let me give you a little tour now and show you how it works. So once you've connected your phone to the Insta360 One X via a cable or Wi-Fi, you're then able to live preview your 360 camera, which I think is pretty cool. So we can go left and right, we can go up and down, so you get a little preview of the action. But the first thing I'm going to show you is the hyperlapse and how to do that. So we've walked towards the Manchester Library here, and what you'll notice straight away is that the camera may be off center. So what you need to do to get a nice smooth hyperlapse is create tracking points. And to do that, all you need to do is tap on the screen the bit that you want to create the pivot point. Add a pivot point, go a bit further along in your footage, and then keep adding the pivot points. Now, it's really important to choose an object in your scene which has good contrast, or you want to choose something like I'm choosing the balcony here, and this will just make your hyperlapse so much smoother when it comes to the actual final export. So I'm going to go through and add a few more tracking points here, and you go along the whole way and add these. Add as many as you can for a smoother experience. Okay, now let's say you are actually happy with the tracking, and as you can see here, as this is moving forward, it's now staying in line and it's keeping nice and straight. Now, what you need to do next is add your speed. So to do that, simply click the further edit button up here, and then what we do is we can go all the way to the start here, and then we can choose the speed. Now, to do a hyperlapse, you'll need to choose the 16 times to get the hyperlapse, and then all you do is drag it along to create the hyperlapse. You can, of course, pause at any point. You can change the speed to 32 times if it's a particularly long bit of footage, or you can slow it down to half speed if you want to get some slow motion. So let's just say we want to get to where the tram comes to, about here. We could at this point tick this, and then we could slow it down to 4 times speed if you wanted to see the tram at a slightly slower pace. Click tick, and then carry on just like this. Once you've done and you think you're happy with that, just click the tick icon here, and then you can export the footage to see exactly how it will look. So a hyperlapse is often really hard to pull off with a normal DSLR. So if we look at the footage now that Andy filmed of me as I was going to do the hyperlapse, you'll see the footage is quite shaky if you don't have a gimbal, and obviously you're quite limited to your angles, unlike the Insta360. Now in the next hyperlapse, we're going to go around this statue, so check this out. Now, if we go back to the hyperlapse in the edit, what I think is really cool is if you see something in the edit which you didn't see as you were filming it, you can still reframe your camera, reframe the shots, track those shots, and then create something new. So check out this, what we did with the pigeons. So the cool thing about this camera is that it films in every single angle, so you'll never miss a shot. So at the moment it's filming me, but if we want to spin the camera around, you can see Andy in front of us, you can see Rob on the left, and you've got every single shot. So that's the main thing, you never ever miss a shot. If you want, I could spin it over to the GMX there, and we can see the clock in the top right of the screen. So it's really hard to get your head around the fact that you cannot ever miss a shot, and I think that's a real plus for a camera like this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we've connected this to the Insta360. This is the invisible selfie stick. It's actually got a lot of range on it. It actually extends quite far. This allows you to get really high or low shots, but the best thing about it is that it actually turns invisible. So in the software, when you're watching the video back, the stick completely disappears. So as you can see already, this camera is really, really powerful, but I think there's some extra features that some other YouTubers aren't quite showing off. So let me show you some extra features, and the first one is called Stats. The Insta360 captures GPS data, so you can overlay things like speed, elevation, and even a map. I think this could be really handy for a lot of people, and I'm sure there's some really creative things you could do with this. The best part about it is that it doesn't require any editing or graphics knowledge to do this. So we didn't get time to film the bullet time effect, but this is also another really cool effect. It allows you to spin the camera around above your head and do some Matrix style effects as shown in this video here. Another little feature worth mentioning is that this can actually upload to Google Street View. This means if you've got clients that own restaurants or bars, places that people would actually like to go and visit, you can actually use this to film the Street View and upload it directly to Google, and I think that's a really cool feature. So that was the Insta360 One X. I think it's a really incredible and powerful camera that I think could really help any filmmaker. So if you want one, or if you want to learn more information about it, check out editorskeys.com, and we'll put the link in the description below this video. Also, if you've got any questions about the camera, is there anything that you want to know, make sure you leave a comment below this video and we'll get back to every single comment. So I'm Mark Brown for Editors Keys. I hope this video has been a great help to you, and make sure you subscribe and like our channel so you can see more videos just like this. See you in the next one.